Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video we are going to be comparing Bluehost to Hostinger to help you decide which of these hosting providers is the best for you and your website. So we will be taking a deep dive into both of these tools, taking a look at the pricing, the features, the customer reviews, and everything else that you need to know. The first thing that we are going to look at is by far the most important, which is going to be the features and the pricing of both of these tools. Now, with both of these, if you use my partner links down in the description, you can get the best deals and discount available. And with both of these right now, this is up to 75% off. So using this discount, if we go down and we take a look at both of these plans, you can see we have 3 plans on both of these platforms. And the one that I recommend, the one that they have made the best value, the one that all hosting providers make the best value, is the middle plan on both of these. Now, what you will notice is with this discount, we essentially have 2 different prices. We have the initial sign-up price, and then we have the renewal price. Essentially, the way this works is when you initially sign up, you go in for the cheaper pricing, and this discounted pricing is either going to be for 12 months, 2 years, or 4 years, depending on how long you sign up. And then once you have had your website for that amount of time, it's then going to renew at the standard monthly pricing right here. So we can see if we actually compare these plans that with Bluehost, this renews at $16 per month and Hostinger renews at $14 per month. So Hostinger is a little bit cheaper here. But now if we look at the features that we get with both of these tools, we can see that with Hostinger, we can build 50 websites, and with Bluehost, we can build 50 websites as well. With Hostinger, we get 50 gigabytes of NVMe storage, whereas with Bluehost, we get 50 gigabytes of SSD storage. Now this is actually a pretty big difference. SSD is the slower version and NVMe is the faster version. With Bluehost, we actually don't get NVMe until we upgrade to the e-commerce essentials, this higher tier plan. Whereas on Hostinger, we get this on the business, the middle tier plan. Aside from that though, the rest of these features are actually pretty similar. We get a free domain with both of these. We get free mailboxes so that we can set up a professional email, as we can see pro email right here. We get a free CDN with both of these, which improves the website speed. So the main difference between these is of course going to be the pricing. We save a little bit of money on Hostinger on the renewal price, and Hostinger also has NVMe storage as opposed to SSD. One very big advantage that Hostinger has though that Bluehost doesn't have is Hostinger also gives you the ability to use the Hostinger website builder. So with this, if you don't want to build a WordPress website, you can actually use Hostinger's built-in website builder, and this is absolutely fantastic. It's very easy to edit with drag and drop. It has a bunch of awesome website templates. So if you want more of a simple website, rather than a more advanced WordPress website, then Hostinger might be the best option because we get this website builder. Aside from that though, just going back to these plans, I don't recommend the cheaper or the more expensive on either of these. The reason for this is because with the cheaper plan, the price difference is negligible on both of these. It's like an extra $1 per month. And the difference that you get in the features on both of these are definitely worth more than $1. On the other side of this, these more expensive plans are just too expensive. They are not really worth the money because the price difference just jumps too much. So those are the pricing and plans. The next thing to move on to is security, and with the security, once again, both of these are extremely similar. They both give free SSL, they both give DDoS protection. We get daily backups with both of these hosting providers. They also come with a malware scanner, and we get a web application firewall for extra security. So security is pretty similar as well. The biggest difference that I noticed between these two tools is going to be the speed. I tested a bunch of basic websites on the middle plan of both of these platforms, and here are the results that I got. In terms of the average load speed, Hostinger came in with an 863 millisecond load speed, whereas Bluehost was 1.1 seconds. The response time was better on Hostinger as well, with the Hostinger response time being an average of 84 milliseconds, and Bluehost had an average of 150 milliseconds. I would primarily put this faster loading speed and response time down to the NVMe storage, especially when we are loading images, videos, logos, and things like this. And the last thing to go over, the last thing I want to show you is the customer reviews for both of these hosting providers. So we can start out with Bluehost, and both of these are absolutely awesome. If we type in Bluehost right here, we can see with Bluehost, this has 20,500 reviews and has 4.3 stars, which is considered excellent. And if you want to take a look at some of these reviews, you can go over to Trustpilot yourself and take a look through these. I'm seeing some 1-star reviews there, which isn't the best, but as I say, an average of 4.3 stars is absolutely awesome. Hostinger though does blow this absolutely out of the water in terms of the reviews. Not only does it have double the amount of reviews, 21,000 compared to 46,000, but it's also 4.7 stars rather than 4.3 stars. Going down here, we can see there's a lot less 1-star reviews immediately out of the gate. Hostinger is the bigger company. It does have better customer reviews. And overall, I would say myself that Hostinger is the better of these companies. And it is the hosting provider that I use when building all of my websites. Hostinger has a cheaper renewal price. We get NVMe storage on the middle plan, which of course leads to the faster loading times. So it's faster, it's cheaper, it has more customer reviews. The customer reviews are better. Hostinger is by far the best option out of Hostinger and Bluehost. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.